We've come to the majestic Streamsong Resort in Florida, which boasts 3 world-class golf courses designed by 4 of the most renowned golf course architects. I cannot wait to see what each one has in store.
The site's an old mining site, and it dates back to the early to mid-50s, where they were actively mining phosphate rock out of this site. And one of the byproducts of that process is sand. But Bill and Ben and Tom Doak and Gil Hance a few years later, they will all tell you, in order to have great golf, it's got to be built on sand.
It's the minimalist movement of golf. It's Tom Doak, Bill Coore, and Ben Crenshaw, and then eventually Gil Hance. But that type of golf is my favorite. I've been to Scotland, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, and seen the other golf courses that are links style or links land. And this just really attracted me, and there's nothing like it. It's very unique.
The owner here has been just exemplary in not just wanting good golf, but maybe the best golf, which is always something to aspire to. It's not good enough to be good enough here. We want to be the best.
Well, here we are. We've made it down to the first tee of the blue course at Streamsong, and what a spectacular sight. The elevation from this tee, well, it's quite rare to start a round of golf in this way. It's a Tom Doak design, and in fitting to his style, it's minimalistic but stays true to the contours of the natural land. Although many describe this golf course as being unnaturally natural, there's only one way to find out: to get out there, and I cannot wait to see what it has in store.
Tom will let you kind of flail the ball a little bit off the tee, but then he gets very demanding from the fairway. So I've always referred to that as just a second shot golf course. His greens, he's got a little more internal contours, so it's not good enough just to hit the green. You need to hit the green in the proper spot, and I love that.
I look at every golf hole on blue and I say, wow, this is fun to play for everybody, and there's no forced carries except for maybe number 7, a little lake over the water there.
A little lake.
A little lake, yeah. But overall, you can bounce the ball in to all these greens, and that's where the creativity comes in, around the greens.
Well, here we are on the 7th tee, and take a look at this. As far as par 3s go, you really aren't looking for much more than what this provides. We've got water, we've got 3 rather intimidating bunkers. The green looks spectacular, and we've got this backdrop of these dunes that were created in the original mining process. And today we've even got an alligator sitting down there on the banks. Thankfully, oh my gosh. Thought that had a chance there. Thankfully the wind died down a little bit, and that's carried the front of the green. Left myself an outside chance of a birdie. Well, we're at 13 now, and it's the first time I found one of these large fairway bunkers. I don't know how I've avoided them, but here I am, and nonetheless, I still feel completely calm and peaceful about this situation, because this course just has that impact on you. It's so relaxing, so quiet, so calm.
There's no tee signs, there's no ball washers. We wanted people to come here and just enjoy the game for what it is without being distracted by anything else.
We're here on the red course at Streamsong today, a Coore Crenshaw design, and it's the mystique and intrigue of this course that attracts golfers from around the world. It's also known as the shotmaker's course from tee to green, and we're really not going to get a more spectacular morning to explore it for ourselves, so let's go.
Bill Coore and Ben Crenshaw did a marvelous job of framing the golf hole from the tee, so that when you step up there, it's fairly obvious what the ideal line of play is.
7 out of the first 8 holes have water somewhere in play, and I believe that it's the more difficult of the 3. Once you get on the green, they don't look as severe as the other 2 golf courses, but I tell you, if you added up your putts on all 3 courses, you're going to probably be about the same.
The bunkers here at Streamsong are an integral part of the design, and in almost every direction that you look, they are there staring right back at you. Along the side of the fairway, you have these wasteland-style bunkers that are vast in scale, but within the body of each hole, you have these more intimidating ones that can be like this one, tall as well as wide. And around the edge, you can see it's very raw. You have wispy grass that's ready to catch any wayward drives. Fortunately, I found the fairway on this occasion. Now all I have to do is find the green.
The internal green contours on red are not as severe as blue. They're more subtle. And then the bunkering is smaller and more precise. That's what separates those two. Even though they're on the same piece of property, you get a completely different feeling playing the 2 different golf courses.
All 3 courses here at Streamsong play host to some spectacular par 3s, and the 14th here on the red is no exception. 185 yards, slightly uphill, but as you can see, it's very intimidating for the majority of golfers arriving here. You've got wasteland all the way up to probably 80 yards from the front of the green. And then there's a massive bunker there defending it. So really, there's only one place you can hit it, and that's on the dance floor. And with the little breeze hurting me today, it's making it even more of a challenge. Let's see what I've got in the locker.
There, 14, 15, 16, 17, those are some great holes, and then you finish with that crescendo of 18. You're coming up the rise, but you've got this dune that's behind us. It's on the other side of the hill there. And late in the day, the shadows that are cast and that green just sits there with no bunker along the right side and in the front, but wow, you could make some putts there, or if you miss the green off to the right, you got to chip it up and into the holes. So lots of challenge abound.
Everybody loves a par 5 to finish, and that's exactly what we have here on the red course. You have to be technically on your game the day that you turn up to play here. So hats off to Corin Crenshaw. This really is a fantastic golf course. And I've got hopefully one last approach shot left for today. Here we are on the first tee of the Black Course, Streamsong's latest offering, designed by Gil Hance. Off the tips, it plays over 7,300 yards, but it's the greens I've heard are particularly challenging, not just because of their scale, but also because they are lightning quick. So let's cut to it and give it a rip.
Put yourself in Gil Hance's position for just a minute. He's got 2 highly acclaimed golf courses just right across the road by Bill Coore, Ben Crenshaw, and Tom Doak. Gil was under the gun.
It's a massive piece of property. It's the biggest golf course that we have, but it doesn't necessarily play as long. You have to use your imagination, just like blue and red, but even more so because you've got multiple levels and these hillocks and all these little dunes and areas that the ball can find. Unfortunately, sometimes it is 3-putt heaven, but if you're listening to your caddy and you're on your game, you should be good, and you probably make more birdies at Black than any other golf course.
Take a look at this. So much fun. Gil Hance is definitely playing with the golfer at this stage. The 9th green is a punch bowl. Everything gathering, collecting. There are 2 tiers to it though, but come on, have you ever seen anything like this in golf before? I know I certainly haven't. You feel like you've stepped into some giant crater.
It might be the best example of southeastern bump and run golf that I'm aware of. If you've missed a green over there, it's not an automatic go grab your wedge. That probably isn't the play. Whatever your imagination can conjure up, it's all on the table over there.
Sadly, our time here at Streamsong has come to a close, but it's been a fantastic trip experiencing 3 of the most dramatic golf courses I can honestly say I've ever played. Designed by 4 of the world's most renowned architects, it really has been a very special experience and one that you should put to the very top of your list.